All right, we just started simulcasting at prisonplanet.tv for prisonplanet.tv viewers that are subscribers to prisonplanet.tv. We're obviously simulcasting on the AM and FM dial, global shortwave, the internet at Infowars.com and prisonplanet.com. And my film, In-Game Blueprint for Global Enslavement, details the history of genocide, genetic engineering, chemical, biological, radiological testing, and killing of people across the world. Now, I believe this is a hoax. I believe this is a virus that doesn't kill that many people, that isn't even as bad as your regular flu viruses that kill 30,000+ people a year in the United States. Mexico's saying it's already starting to subside. People are getting sick. I know folks in town, but they just get better. They've had one death of a premature child who was premature and had lung problems all his life until he was 23 months old. But CBS News is saying under federal quarantine authority, signed under Executive Order 13375, anyone violating quarantine order can be punished by $250,000 fine and 1 year in prison. I have another CBS News story, that's out of CBS, saying they're preparing for martial law, forced inoculations. They're just saying you're going to be forcibly injected, that they're going to quarantine whole cities, counties, states if need be, but the border is going to stay wide open. I mean, if they're really worried about this, why is the border staying wide open if they're saying any vector? You know, first they said last weekend in the Sunday briefing, they said, we're going to leave the border open because it's already spread from the biggest vector, supposedly Mexico. But then we may have to lock down America, and it says right here, mainstream news. I got Fox, CNN, we're going to play the clips later. Martial law is good. Martial law is coming. Level 6. I confirmed 2 days ago we're really at level 6. Now, last night and today, they're saying we're going to go to level 6, which is complete and total martial law. Now, does that mean they're going to implement it? I don't know. Is this a beta test to test the locals going under their control? Why are they announcing different state police are now merging with the feds permanently? Dr. Leonard Horowitz pioneered exposing all of this, and he's with us about 20 minutes, 15 minutes into the next hour. And I really respect him because back in, before the anthrax case was out, and he wrote the articles, these are on record. He said the government was going to launch an anthrax attack because he saw their propaganda on the news, knew the companies involved, just amazing mind. Harvard graduate, you know, several doctorates, in medicine, psychology, you name it. So he saw it happening. And these are psychologists and psychiatrists running this, so it takes one to beat one, I guess, or it takes one to know one. He can see what they're doing. I saw that before 9/11 as well, the preparation, how they were introducing the enemy, how they were getting it ready. And I said, they'll probably blow up the World Trade Center and blame it on their asset Osama bin Laden. So he did something even more amazing. He predicted specifically the anthrax attack. Then day one came out and exposed how Congress had done a funding to practice mailing weaponized anthrax to the mail. He fingered the very group involved, and then it came out the White House was on CIPRO before 9/11, September 10th, that it was Bush's enemies that were mailed it, and the FBI came and harassed him at his house and tried to act like he was involved in it because he was so spot on being able to predict it. Now, he's come out again saying this is a designer virus, but that it was probably just something to sell vaccines to scare people, because it's got to be designer so companies can then come out quickly with the vaccine. And several companies are saying they're going to have it in like a week or something with this weird reverse clone. Now, I'm not saying they've done that. I don't have the crystal ball brain that Dr. Horowitz does, but I wanted to get him on to talk about the history of what the globalists have done, the eugenicists, because he hasn't talked about that in a while. You need to know the history, then the latest, and then the big issue of they're using this mind control, this hoax, this fire in a theater. There is no fire, probably, but the yelling fire causes the trampling, the deaths, like a Rolling Stone concert where hundreds could die. And the police state, this happening right when the economy's imploding, right when the worst numbers are coming out, right when it's clear they're trying to pass global taxes and set up the new Bank of the World and carbon taxes and gun bills. Dr. Horowitz joining us via Skype from Southern California. We appreciate him taking time out to join us. Tetrahedron.org, and we'll give you several of his other sites. Thanks for coming on with us, sir.
Thank you, Alex. You know, there's one thing only that I would add to your very thorough and very intelligent analysis, and that is that the fright could be also additionally a cover, a distraction for exactly what Dr. James Robertson and the Dr. Woods and the other doctors who are involved at the highest levels of administering the global response to the flus. They have already decided that they would loose flu-type viruses, recombinant mutants to seed the population. This may be a covert operation to literally infect people with this, what they initially called biosimilars, or these mutant files that they call
Dr.
it.
Horowitz, we had you on twice via video uplink. It's like 2001 Space Odyssey where you make the call and get somebody on video phone, as folks know, and then Murphy's Law or whatever. As soon as we go to you, it's horrible scrambled audio. We're going to try to reconnect right now. If it doesn't connect clean, we're going to get you back on the phone. We'll hold you over if need be to make sure you get the time. We're honored to have you because I want to hear this specifically. Yes, he sent me these Royal Commission, Royal Academy documents. I have them here in my stack. Chilling documents where the head individuals who get the supposedly deadly bird flu and other strains from government to then be seeded out to vaccine companies, where they're talking about priming the public with these and putting them out. And I mean, it's really shocking what it says. So we'll get him as somebody who's been studying this to interpret these documents for us here on the air. So that is coming up. In fact, I didn't know he was going to bring up those documents. I've got them somewhere here in my stack, but he can read those for himself. In fact, he emailed me those again the other day. Will you ask Rob Dew to print me the last email? It's an attachment from the British Royal Society. It's the Royal Society. Matt, will you ask Rob Dew to go print me that, because the stack gets so big so quickly. While we're waiting to get Dr. Horowitz connected again, let's play this Fox News clip so we can analyze it. Guys, go ahead and play this Fox News clip. Are we able to do that now when we have Horowitz connected? Or is Horowitz back? Okay, yeah, here is the Fox clip where they're talking about martial law, where they're talking about forced inoculations, and then it's all over the news. So this is being introduced to us now, but here's the key to all this. The border is going to stay wide open with the main vector. That's the globalist system, but we have to lock down cities and towns in America. So the border stays open, but you can't come out of your house, and we're going to forcibly inoculate you even if you aren't sick. Here it is.
The World Health Organization raised now the pandemic alert for swine flu to the second highest level, level 5. Right now, Mexico has implemented quarantines and world leaders issuing travel warnings. But, of course, it could get worse.
That's right. If it becomes a pandemic, you could lose some simple rights like going to the movies. Fox News legal analyst Peter Johnson Jr. joins us live here as well. Peter, last night when the President of the United States was talking,
with a good connection for now, we'll finish this clip up later where they openly say martial law. Dr. Horowitz, I want to go back to what you were saying, but first, can you answer the question? You've been studying this, as a doctor and as somebody who studied how pandemics spread. If you are saying leave the border open with Mexico, and this is really so deadly, but leave the border open, but then we're going to lock down the U.S. cities. This is obvious that this is to train the American people how to be in lockdown Nazi Germany, isn't it?